about it? Can you see the village from there? Use the binoculars to recon the place. Look at where the enemies are stationed. Look at their gear. Take it all in. There should be a command post somewhere. See any buildings with tighter security? If there are clues to Miller's whereabouts, I'll bet you can find them in there. It's up to you whether to slip by enemies or take them down. Just remember that any situation can change fast. Familiarize yourself with your weapons and items while you can. You need to be able to switch between them quickly to meet any threat. Hiding on horseback allows you to stay out of sight even while on the move. It's effective for avoiding enemy guard posts and long-range reconnaissance patrols. That's marking. Focus on the thread and it'll be marked automatically. You can mark enemies and vehicles by zooming in with your binoculars or camera. Once they're marked, you'll also see their positions on the map. Not a civilian in sight. The Soviets have taken complete control of the place. Sight, sound, keep all your enemy senses in mind. When you're near an enemy, stay low and move slowly. If you stand up and run around, you'll make it easier for them to spot you. Don't leave bodies out in the open. Find some place to drop them out of sight.
Where are your friends?
Я не говорю по-английски. Отпусти.
Boss, you don't understand what he said? I guess that makes sense. It looks like that horn stuck in your head has impacted the language center of your brain. If only we had a recruit with the Russian interpreter skill, we could get by with simultaneous interpretation.
Spit it out. Hands up.
Подожди, не стреляй.
Lie down.
Что? По-русски говори.
Understanding a language and being able to interpret from that language for somebody else are two different things. Juggling languages at a rapid-fire pace is more difficult than you might think.
Не стреляй.
So, in other words, while I do speak Russian, don't expect me to do your interpreting.
Where are your friends?
Я не понимаю. Не понимаю.
You were hospitalized in Dikelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dikelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire local... Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. That's a rough diamond. Good find. It'll fetch a high price.
Значит, что она не место. Слушай, скажи мне. Проблема. Исчезает. Так быстро, как не появляется. Что значит исчезает? Никто не смог подойти к ней достаточно близко. Поговорить.
Sun's down already. It goes without saying that darkness is good for infiltration. But your vision will be affected just the same. Keep your guard up, or who knows when you'll bump into an enemy. Hey, that's... So you picked up an intel file. Now we know where Miller is. I'm marking it on your iDroid.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a type of medicinal plant. Bring it back to base. It's sure to be useful sometime. It's an enemy guard post. Watch yourself.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah.
Planning to walk the whole wilderness on foot? Use your horse. One day. They've got Miller locked up in that town. Check your iDroid for his location. I hope to hell he's all right. He's not your average client. You can use your prosthetic arm to make a knocking sound anywhere and lure the enemy. You can also select empty magazines to throw from among your support weapons. Press up against obstacles like walls to hide from the enemy and protect yourselves from attack. This is taking cover. Whenever the enemy is nearby, your first thought should be to take cover. Sticking to cover lets you get a bead on the enemy from a safe position. Know where you're gonna shoot before you stick your head out. A Soviet soldier of the 40th Army. effervescent. It's a type of medicinal plant. We can use that to make tranquilizer rounds more potent. When targeting an enemy from a distance, keep the effective range of your weapon in mind. If the weapon's reticle is white, that means you're outside its effective range. If you decide to fire anyway, take into account how gravity will make the bullet drop. Until you get a feel for that, you might want to approach the enemy until the reticle turns red, and then fire. If you don't want the enemy to spot you, stay as low as possible. Sticking to walls is also a good idea. Take a look at the map on your iDroid, and use the positions of marked enemies to help you plan an infiltration route.
Знаешь о недавнем рейсе?
Да, на Россию. Во Внуково.
Мне пришла открытка от друга, который летел тем рейсом.
Что? Но ведь...
Он отправил ее еще до вылета. Просто она только пришла.
Точно. Еще до катастрофы. Я слышал, что, по крайней мере, один человек выжил.
Не может быть! Наверное, еще просто тело не нашли. Самолет загорелся в воздухе. Никто не мог выжить после такого. Мне жаль. Пока.
You know where you're headed, boss? If you place a marker on the map, you can keep track of where you want to go even when the map's closed.
Стреляй!
Get down.
Что это значит?
I'll let you know if we locate a soldier with the interpreter skill. Extracting him will enable you to understand what the Soviets are saying. Otherwise, your interrogations are going to be, well, a waste of time.
Стреляй! Стреляй!
That's the building, boss. That's where they're holding Miller.
Hands up.
Подожди! Не стреляй!
Get down.
Подожди! Не стреляй!
You've secured the target. I'll send the chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV. You can check the location on your iDroid.
You look well. Agent. hasn't slowed you down one bit. Not so heavy anymore, right? Magic words, boss. I've been waiting 9 years to hear them. Kept you waiting, huh? Come on. Say it for all time's sake.
Kept you waiting, huh?
It's really you, Snake. All these years without you. I knew this day would come.
Get to the RV with Miller.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
We lost it all that day. Everything. But we've got to look ahead. There's something I want to show you.
That's tarragon, a type of medicinal plant. It contains trace amounts of benzodiazepine derivative. That's the active ingredient.
Ahab, do you read me? This is Pequod. There's a gas covering the LZ. We can't land. Pulling back.
Gas. It's them. Boss, watch out. It's the Skulls. Don't let them find us.
Boss, whatever that mist is, it's all around you. We can't see through it. I'm changing the RV so it's outside the mist. Get over there. The chopper will be waiting. That's Miller. You can't just leave him there. You're heading outside the mission area.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Yeah.
The mist is cleared, and it looks like they're gone.
Those things. That's the unit that attacked us before. They came at us real fast in the same kind of mist. Our men, survivors from 9 years ago, were wiped out in minutes. I don't know what they want, but it's them. No mistake.